Hi everyone, this is the weekly overview for PLT for the week of December 7th through the 11th. First, in our module, we have our overview document. We'll go over that in just a moment. Our trainings this week, really we just need you to accomplish the task of updating your grades and syncing them on Canvas. Please make sure you're talking to your students, as this is a very critical time when it comes to grades. Also, remember to complete your sabers for each of your advisory students at fastbridge.org. We have a video for how and why we do that right there. And then just a reminder to fill out the Fill Your Bucket drops for your advisory students. Our advisory lessons are here, and they're the same for all grades this week, so you can click on those. As we teachers are doing sabers, our students will be doing the My Sabers activity. And finally, we have the PLT checklist form that has a little bit of a different edge to it this week, as we've added a couple of different questions. But first, let's go to the overview for the week. Here are some announcements. There's a faculty meeting on Monday, December 7th at 3:30 p.m., or you can go to the one December 8th at 7 a.m. via Zoom. The Outlook invites have already been sent by Mr. Dorst. As we know it today, the following will be the schedule for the final 2 days of the first semester. So, Monday, December 21st and Tuesday, December 23rd, which are the days right before spring break. For hybrid students, A group students on Monday, December 21st will go to periods 1 through 7 with no advisory. On December 22nd, B group students will go to hours 1 through 7 with no advisory. D group students will attend both the 21st and 22nd, all 7 hours. Remote students also will meet on the 21st and 22nd of December on a 1 through 7 period schedule. There will be no advisory period or lesson on those days. If you would like to see a link to the 7th hour period day without an advisory, you can find it right here. Another reminder that D group students are in your classrooms, and if you need any help with that, make sure you talk to James Neff. And a reminder that finals are to be completed the week prior to as well as on the final 2 days of the semester. You should give an end of the semester evaluation or summative meaningful activity or preview teaser activity for the next semester. Concerning trainings, again, update your grades and sync them to Canvas and or Infinite Campus. Make sure to complete your sabers for each of your advisory students on fastbridge.org. It is a required task that must be completed by December 11th, so make sure you are working on those sabers. And then we have our video about how to complete the sabers. Thanks, Mr. Neff, for making that. A reminder to fill out the Fill Your Bucket drops. If you've lost that, we have the links, I believe, for that below here. Yeah, they're in the question section. So if you need a link to the Fill Your Bucket document, we'll have that later on this page. And then we have our district tech training from December 7th to the 11th, and we'll make sure that link is correct. Just another reminder, all advisories are doing the same thing. We're going to require students to complete their sabers this week, as that's a requirement for us by the state and district, and it's good for them to do that self-reflection. We also will be completing grade checks and a reflection of the semester. Here are questions and answers for this week. First, if we go all distance, can we switch the last 2 days of finals to full block? As it stands, students have to prepare for 7 half finals 2 days in a row instead of 3 to 4 each day. I would absolutely hate that as a student. The answer: the plan is not to be distance learning for the in-person classes for the last 2 days of the semester. Mr. Dorst will bring this up in the next district admin team meeting. He believes that if we are distance learning, 2 distant block days would be best to support finals. Number 2, I have so many students failing and have tried all the strategies I can think of, including exempting them from many assignments in exchange for completing ones. This is an emotional drain on me, and I know on my fellow teachers as well. It is frustrating, but we don't want to give these students a pass just because they show up and sit in a room with us. Ideally, I would sit next to them to help them get things done, but that isn't going to happen in the world of COVID. Does someone have a template for a summative choice board assignment I might use to make up for their missing work, but still feel like I'm accomplishing something? Yes, we have created a summative choice board on our Canvas page, and you can also send it to me. So our answer is a summative choice board would be beneficial for all of us to use. If you have one to share, please send it to crystalk@usc383.org by December 11th, and I will compile them as an email and distribute them. Also, please see the grade recovery ideas in the following module. So if we go back to our module page on our Canvas module page, you'll see our following module here, grade recovery ideas. And we're building a student recovery plan document. Here are some ideas already there, but if you'd like to share ideas, please put them on this discussion board. So you can email me or put them on the discussion board. Either way, we want to help generate those ideas so that teachers can help teachers with this process. Also, don't forget the other two following modules of Zoom tutorials and important forms and links. And if you have anything that you think would need added to that, please let us know as well. Okay, back to the weekly overview document. Number 3, do we have any more information about classes for next semester? The answer? Mr. Dorse will cover this during the faculty meeting and provide updates as the end of the semester approaches. Number 4, do we have to do the drops for our students? And that's the advisory drops we had talked about. The answer is everyone should complete their drops by January 4th. If this isn't possible, then as stated before, please reach out for help by emailing Haley Carlson-Jung or Lena Gruenbacher. They will ensure that other teachers are notified and will assist you on this project. You can find the drop sheets at this link. If you want 1 drop per sheet, you'll use the first link, and if you'd like 2 drops per sheet, you can use the second link. It just depends on what you would prefer for the size of the drop. Number 5, can we have more information on how remote advisory teachers are supposed to complete the bucket activity for their students? Yes, please make a drop, linked above, for each advisory student. Then email them to Lena Gruenbacher or Haley Carlson. You may also want to keep for your copy for yourself and email or display it to your personal drops via Zoom or a slideshow to your advisory. So you can either manipulate the drop document electronically, or you could print the drop and write on them and scan them all in and send them to Lena or Haley. It's totally up to you. And our comments. Oh, we've added a Tell Us Something Good section to the PLT form. So if you'd like to brag on yourself or your colleagues so we can spread some positivity around the school, Lena Gruenbacher and Aaron Spear had this idea. Thank you so much for the idea. We've added it, and I'll show you where it is on the PLT checklist form in just a moment. Thanks again for that. Also, we've added an Other button so you can share other professional development you've been working on. Just make sure you do your required work first. And we'd like to thank Wendy Howard for this idea. It's a great idea, and again, we appreciate that feedback. Number 3, while I haven't played with it yet, I've heard positive things about edpuzzle.com as a way to create stimulated interactive instructional videos. I'd love to hear if anyone has tried this. I'm done with my videos for the semester, but there's always next semester. That's from Cindy Krause. So if you've used edpuzzle.com and you have some feedback, that'd be great to give to all of us, but Cindy's especially interested in that. And Cindy, if you use it and find something out, please share that with us too. And then finally, Lena said, thank you for creating a space for teachers to share and be updated on information. And we certainly hope that this is helping everybody. Please never hesitate to contact anyone about questions you might have. So thank you for that comment. It's always good to hear positive feedback and to help each other out. All right, finally, let's look at the PLT checklist form this week. It looks a little different this week, but there's also a lot of similarities. You'll still put your name out there. You'll say what campus you're at, or if you're a traveling teacher at both campuses. You'll put check marks down for what you've completed this week. And this week we have the same 3. I watched the videos and completed the training. I prepared for advisory. I collaborated with peers, but we added I completed SABRs for each of my advisory students. So make sure you complete that so you can check that off. And then of course we have our Other button. Next are where you can submit questions. Number 5, what are comments or resources that you would think would be beneficial for others? And now number 6, the tell us something good area, where you can share any good news, admirable teaching moments when you notice someone doing a good job, and then we'll spread that positivity through PLT. And then finally, I don't know if we've mentioned this, but some people wanted a receipt of their email responses. So if you click this down here and then press submit, it's going to give you an email, it'll kick back an email right back to you that shows you what you wrote in the PLT checklist form. That's it for this week. We hope you have a great week. We're almost to winter break, so keep working hard so we can get some rest too. Thanks for everything you do.